This thing here is my polishing wheel. As you can see, it's all pieces of tissue and it works really great with polish paste, you know, style toothpaste. And normally the thing comes here on my belt sander, which is made of course of old pieces of a shoemaker machine, and this thing is also of this old shoemaker machine. And I suppose you can tell that I didn't use it for a long time. And that is of course because this thing here doesn't fit, and that's why I have this tapered piece. So this side fits in here, it's multi-function, I can use it for other pieces, and this side comes here on the taper. But as you can see, a piece of it is broke. And that is of course the main reason why I don't use it anymore. And for a long time now I wanted to make a new piece like this one. So make the taper, cut this slot in here and have something that fits in this one. But I also have a grinding wheel, and this one same fits in here. I don't think I'm gonna use this one because I have here a piece of angle grinder with the tool, with the washer and the nut, and in here I can put of course whatever grinding wheel I want, and this thing I can put in a collet in my milling machine. So I think this will be more secure than this heavy pink dust maker. But I also have a leather buffing wheel. All these are pieces of leather, and I think this could work great on metals too. I never tried, so I don't know, but I think this can be great. And of course the same piece also fits in here. And I keep pushing this little project always in front of me because I'm running out of materials. The biggest diameter here is 30 millimeters and I don't have. But I think I found something really dangerous. Of course I don't mean dangerous, but let me explain. Recently, not far from here, someone opened a brand new scrapyard. And I contacted these people and they allow me to go and visit and pick up what I want. And then they put it on a scale and of course I pay for it. And this is what I brought home today. And they are really friendly people. Important. These are two same pieces of cast iron. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. But I thought it's for beautiful pieces. A piece of rail. And here, oh, it's heavy. This one could look a bit as a drill press table, but I don't think it is one because there's no hole here in the middle. But I think it's a really beautiful casting. So also this future project. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but future projects. And all this other junk here. And in all these pieces I have here a little piece, and this is exactly the dimension I need to make my connection tapered things parts. Of course I forgot to mention that having access to a scrapyard is not dangerous. The only danger is of course that if I continue visiting, my house will be quickly filled with future projects. That's all. So now, let's make something. Uh-huh. That's good news. To determine what angle I have to set the top slide, of course to cut the inside taper, I first installed here the original piece. And in the tool holder there is a round bar. Of course, height is the center height of the machine. The tool holder is just pinched a bit, so I can use it as a hinge, but there is no play. And on the other side here, of course, I installed the indicator. Right, let's bring this thing in place. If now I move, it's just out of frame of course, but if I move now the top slide in and out, the point of my round bar is gonna follow the angle of the taper. And if the angle of my top slide is set correctly, the dial indicator should not move. That's a bit the idea. Okay, now that this thing here is installed, let's make something. Don't know why, but my drill bit decided to take a walk out of center. But okay, I have to bore it out, so that won't be too much of a problem. According to my plan, I should cut 0.2 of a millimeter more. But let's give it a try anyway. I marked here the jaw and here the little mark. And the depth is of course full depth of the thing. Let's see if it could fit, maybe. I can get it out. The taper seems to have the right angle, so that's a good start. And indeed, it needs a little bit more. Okay, second try. Of course, the safety pin thing that's in here, on the other side you can see it, I took it out just to do the test fit, of course. And now it seems to work. That's good. Okay, let's do the other side. That's done. And it also fits. Before I start setting up the milling machine here to make this groove in my brand new part, first let me show you something. Some of you asked some news about the taper adapter for my boring head. And here it is. As you can see, the threads are cut and the thing is bored out and the taper, and let's give it a go. And I even made a special Allen key for this one. I think after all this struggle I had with it, now it is a nice success, because we have here I don't know, 3 millimeters I think between the boring head and the spindle, so maximum use of space. I think we can call this success. To set the right angle here on my part to get this little slot in here, I used of course a really high-tech solution. I installed my square. I take my original part that is completely bent and out of square and out of round, but it's all I have. And then I check, eyeball, and that's all. I suppose for this thing that will do. It will be precise enough. And the groove I have to cut, let's take a little measurement, is a bit over 5 millimeter. Let's see if I have a 5 millimeter cutter. I think that will be enough. Let's choose one. This one. This little thing has rounded edges, rounded corners. So the groove I'm gonna make will be a little bit rounded in the bottom. Is that cute or what? Because nothing is straight on this original part, I only used my little scale here to take some measurements and then try to copy this on the part I'm making, and we'll see what happens. Let's feed a little bit faster. I had to install a longer cutter because the other one was too short. I suppose that makes sense. Right, in theory I should be now more or less on dimensions, so let's take it out of here, clean it up and see if it works. Come on, Tim. Of course, on this side, the little safety point thing is still in place. On the other side here, I will put it back. But as you can see, the thing works. All that's left to do now, of course, is do the other side, because not yet. And here's the finished product. Let's give this thing a try. This one seems to hold. Looks good. This one seems to work too, and looks also good. Let's give this thing a try on the belt sander. Not sure, but it could well be that you can tell the difference between this surface and this surface. I'm really happy that now this thing is up and running again and ready to make nice and shiny surfaces. Now for this one I don't know yet, because on this surface here for the moment this is some kind of beeswax that's on it and it's brown. So first I have to take it off before I can use these hard polishing blocks. I don't know how you call it, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So I cannot try it yet. But one day